boy was walking down the street when a piece of women's underwear suddenly fell in front of him. Kyosuke didn't hesitate. He immediately returned it to his neighbor, Tadai. Just as he was about to leave, Tadai suddenly opened the door and warmly reached out to thank him. The next day, the two ran into each other downstairs again. But to his surprise, Tadai asked him a very personal question. Kyosuke was too embarrassed to know how to respond.
私が相手してあげようか。
The truth was, Kyosuke had a childhood sweetheart girlfriend. They had been dating since high school, and in all that time, they had only ever held hands. After graduation, Sachi chose a university in their hometown, while Kyosuke was accepted into a university in Tokyo. When they parted, Sachi couldn't bear to let him go. She made him promise to write to her once he got to Tokyo, and repeatedly reminded him never to change his feelings for her. Soon, Kyosuke spent a year in Tokyo. He hadn't cheated, but every time he thought about writing, he felt bored and didn't know what to say. So throughout that entire year in Tokyo, Kyosuke never once wrote back to Sachi. One day, as Kyosuke returned to his apartment building, a piece of women's clothing fell and hit him on the head. Realizing it belonged to his neighbor Tadai, he neatly folded it and hung it on her door. Kyosuke rang the bell and was about to leave, but unexpectedly, Tadai opened the door. After explaining why he was there, he shook her hand and left. And from that day on, the two began crossing paths more and more often. Every time Kyosuke arrived home, he would see Tadai waving to him from her balcony. Even when he reached his own door, she would come over to flirt with him. What Kyosuke never expected, though, was that Tadai actually had a husband. Once, Kyosuke happened to see them kissing, but her husband traveled often for work and was hardly ever home. After the man left, Kyosuke followed Tadai into her apartment.